Hello, all you cosmic creatures out there. Hello to my galactic soul family. Welcome back. And for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Gabbie. And if you don't know anything about me and you're wondering, well, who is this Gabbie girl? I'm also known as Witchy Vibes 11. I'm an intuitive empath. I'm a cosmic being just like you. I'm a star seed, a Pleiadian star seed. Um, a healer, a witch, no matter what title I give myself or how I identify myself as, I'm just a soul that incarnated into this third dimensional body that you're looking at, into this into this being, into this meat sack. I used to call it a meat sack, but then I was asked not to call it a meat sack, but I think it's funny. But yeah, here I am. This is the form that I took when I came down to earth. And this is how I decided to incarnate. And from this avatar, I'm going to transform slowly into my crystalline body. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about the ascension and how it affects you and the transformation um, that you're going to go through and what you're going to experience as you're in this avatar transforming into your crystalline body. Your crystalline body is um, is a body of higher frequency, and this body that is going to transform into your crystalline body is going to go from this third dimensional like mass into this fourth and fifth dimensional lighter cosmic avatar. So basically, most of us are all transforming from our third dimensional bodies that we incarnated in, and we're going to integrate into light, a light body. And this has never been done before. That's why being incarnated at this time is an amazing, magical, beautiful time to be alive, even though it's also a very challenging time to be alive. There's a lot of us out there that are um, cosmic star seeds. There's a lot of us out there that are healers. We're empaths. But I do believe that we are all of the above. We are all star seeds. We all originated from some star cluster. Um, a lot of us out there have been here, have been on Earth, living on multiple timelines, and we've incarnated multiple times, and we're just continuing our journey because every time we incarnate, we come here with amnesia and kind of got to make ourselves remember so we can pick up where we left off. And I do believe that you come down and you pick a different vessel every time you incarnate, because that vessel is going to help you on your journey to remember to get you back on the right path. So I'm just another essence of energy that, volunteered to come here to help awaken the mass, the whole mass collective, and be a part of this whole cosmic history that we're going through. All the while, I try to find my own soul family so that we can trigger each other and do all of this together and help wake each other up. So really quick, I just want to say welcome to my channel. If you're watching this, you were actually guided here. There goes my clock again. Every time I do a video, my clocks go off. They have two clocks, the Christmas clock and then the ding, 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 ding clock. That one drives me crazy. The Christmas clock, I like that. But yeah, so if you're watching this video, this was not by accident. This was not by coincidence. This is on purpose. You were guided here to get downloaded, from my light codes, or maybe you were a part of the same, star cluster, and or you're part of my soul family, and we found each other. So hi and welcome back. And for those of you that have been following me for a long time, I want to thank you for continuing your support. I want to thank you for liking my channel and keeping me in the YouTube, algorithm. As I pop up on other people's timelines, for other people that are not subscribed to my channel, to recommend them to come to my channel to watch me or to listen to me. So thank you and thank you and thank you. So everyone on the planet Earth right now is being upgraded energetically on so many levels. And before I pop into this video, I just want to say really quick that shifts and changes in energy, before I start talking about like the cellular change that's happening, not only is a cellular change going to happen to your avatar, but there's other changes outside of your body that's going to happen around you that are going to change your lifestyle to help you grow, to push you on the right path. So I wanted to announce before I go any further that a huge change has happened in my life. It's crazy. Try not to get triggered by it or have a reaction to it, and I'm trying to see this at a higher level with different eyes. Okay, so my job actually terminated me today, and the reason they terminated me is because of my hair. Can you believe it? Yes, because of my hair color. It's not stated in the language of my handbook that you're not allowed to change your hair color. It only states professional, neat, clean, appearance. So I'm looking for legal counsel. If anybody has any legal counsel or advice for the state of New York, I'm open to your counsel. I will leave my email address down below. If you know anybody that I could talk to, please guide me to them, because I feel like I was discriminated against wrongfully. I mean, I've had my hair blue for about a week working, and nobody has said anything to me until yesterday. I was told I look better as a blonde, and I was hired as a blonde. And I was asked to go to the salon and recorrect my hair and make it blonde again. And I said, well, maybe I'll turn it black. And they're like, no, not black. You can't pull black off. You were a blonde. So I find that that was a little discriminating. And also, I feel like, this is my opinion, but I feel like it takes away from my freedom of expression. I feel that hair is very sacred, okay? And I feel like you can express yourself through your hair. People have been doing it for a very long time. They do it by braiding it, dreading it, coloring it, styling it, cutting it differently. So it's like a way to express yourself. And I feel that coloring my hair different colors like pink or blue or purple are, for me, um, colors are energy. So dyeing my hair this color, it wasn't supposed to be this blue, mind you, but blue is healing, blue is powerful, and I feel like they're discriminating against my divine, sovereign, spiritual right to express myself. So I don't know if I have a lawsuit or not, but anyways, that's what's happening to me. So a big, huge shift is happening all around me. So now I have more time on my hands, so I'm able to hopefully create more content for you guys. That's a plus. I don't know what else I'm going to do in the meantime, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. But yeah, so it's not just a cellular change that's going to happen within you as you go through this journey, as you're, on this ascension to expand and grow and change and shift and transform. It doesn't just happen to your body, it happens to your whole entire life around you. So everything does happen for a reason. I may not like the reason right now, but I have faith that it's for a good reason. So getting back into the video about this whole subject of energy. On a cellular level, our bodies upgrade every single day, billions and billions times over, as we create new cells to continue to live in this body, to live life. as a human. Now, in our ever-changing, evolving world, we are creating new cells, just like the Earth is creating probably new cells. I don't know. But her body's changing, her planetary body's changing, our physical human body is changing. Okay, and it's changing every day. Not only is the cells in our bodies changing, our brain is being upgraded as well. We live in an age where we are developing new technologies. There are new man-made energy waves surrounding us that we have to acclimate to so that we can continue to live on this planet and in our bodies. We have to constantly evolve and create new ways of thinking and being. Being, not just being, but being as in a human being, okay? To be alive. Being alive right now is magical. Honestly, it's magical. Not too many people look at life as magical because life can be so complicated, but some people, when they're on this journey, something happens to them and they see life through a different lens and they start to appreciate being alive and they appreciate what it means to be alive. So for me, it's magical. Okay. Think of yourself, think of your being, your human being, your body. Think of your being as a plant, for example. If you do not get the proper care, you will die. The plant will die. We need proper care just to live. As a human being, we also need proper care. For example, I have many different varieties of plants that are in my house right now. And a majority of my plants that I just bought over the summer and they thrived because it was summer are tropical plants, and they were doing very well because it was very warm outside, very humid, very sunny, and very warm, something that they're used to, okay? But I live up north. It's not always very warm. It's not always very sunny, so we are moving into the fall season and then we're going to be moving into the winter season. My plants may not live. So in order for my tropical plants to survive, they need special care, and if they don't get this special care, they're going to die. So they're going to have to learn to live in this climate. Okay? Even though they may not be getting that tropical weather all the time, they're getting a different kind of care. They're acclimating to the different weather in my house, to this different atmosphere. And what I've added to this atmosphere is love. Literally, that's what I've added to it, is a touch of love, unconditional love. I talk to my plants, I prune my plants, I I care about them. I go up to them, I make sure that they're getting enough sunlight. I make sure that the ones that need certain amount of sun are in certain windows or in certain directions of the house where the sun rises and where it's going to be shining for most of the day and where it's going to set. So I give them that special care. I give them love, unconditional love. So now my tropical plants are able to acclimate to the new climate that they're living in, and they're still growing, and so far they're still healthy. We shall see. We still have a whole bunch of months to go through that are going to change. It's going to get very, very chilly, so I really hope that they hang in there and they'll survive. They're gonna they're gonna they're gonna go through a shock phase, just like we are gonna go through a shock phase when these energy shifts come in. My plants are gonna go through a shock phase too. They may even appear as if they're dying, and then they're going to grow new leaves, and it's just something's gonna change within the plant's DNA so that it can live in this house. And what's going to help the plant's DNA change is caring for them. It's love, unconditional love. Okay? So this new age is going to start rolling out tons and tons of new information for us energetically and physically. So it's up to us to be healthy and open-minded and grounded and in a frequency of unconditional love to be able to process and integrate the information that's going to be coming into us. Now, on a metaphysical, energetic level, we are upgrading to new energies and information every single day. And more importantly, we have the power to upgrade our thoughts and lives every single day. We are in control of our care. It's called self-love, self-care. We are the co-creators of our life. As human beings, it is our nature to strive for more, want more. We want to evolve, to seek out ways to upgrade our lifestyles, our lives. For some people, it might be something like a new job or a new relationship or a bigger bank account or a healthier body, okay? But for other people, it goes beyond the material, superficial stuff. They strive for a deeper connection, stronger intuition, confirmation that, that they're on the right path. Some of us are being prepared for ascension. And I say some of us because not all of us incarnated here to go through this ascension process. So some of us, probably a good majority of us, are being prepared for ascension and life on the new earth. Now, to be clear, when I say new earth, I don't mean that there's going to be a new planet that our human being bodies are going to get into a spaceship and fly off to. That's not what I mean when I say a new earth, okay? I mean this planet. It's going to be this planet. This is my perspective. I know it's not another planet. If it is another planet, then I didn't know anything about that. But my understanding and my perspective of all of this is that it's this planet, okay? It's going to be a timeline shift. You go where your energy takes you. You will live in the frequency that you create. And we are currently creating a new earth as a collective. And that's where a majority of us are going, okay? As long as we're in that frequency. If you can live in the frequency of unconditional love, we will be able to connect on the new earth. If you are not in that frequency, we will no longer have a connection. We'll lose connection. You'll be like, whatever happened to that girl, Gabbie? Whatever happened to Witchy Vibes 11? I don't see her anymore. I'll tell you what happened. We lost connection. Have you ever wondered why you lost connection with like your lover or a good friend or I don't know, a family member? It's because one of you changed your vibration level and entered into a frequency that one of you was no longer able to tune into, and your connection dropped. Your connection failed. When you reconnect, one of you switched your frequency into a vibration that allowed you to regain communication or connection. And I do apologize that the light, they wipe it, the camera, there is, is that better? Should I get up and shut the window? Is it bugging you guys? I feel like it's bugging me a little bit. Okay, it's bugging me. I have to go shut the curtain. I will be right back because I don't like the way it looks all foggy. So I'll be back. Hold on. I may just edit this part out. I think that's the one, but I will shut this one just in case it's this one too. My plants are like, hey, you were just talking about how we needed this. Okay, I'm back. That's better. I don't know if you heard me babbling over there. But anyways, what was I saying? Fix my unprofessional blue hair. Um, but yeah, so it's a possibility that if you lost connection with somebody, it's because you fell out of that frequency. And then if you reconnect, it's because one of you guys changed your vibration and your frequency matched, and you were able to reconnect and regain communication or a connection. Okay, so we are not the only, force of life that is ascending on this planet right now. Everything is ascending. We are ascending, the animals are ascending, nature, like trees and water and stuff like that, dirt, rocks, crystals, all of that stuff is ascending because it's a part of Earth, and Earth is also ascending because we're all entrained with her energy. Gaia has a new frequency channel, and she ascended to that frequency that she's actually holding right now. Well, I'm going like this, and I feel energy. I don't know if I'm feeling the light that's in front of me, but I feel this weird energy. But yeah, so Earth had raised her vibration with the help of us human beings. We helped her raise the vibration as a collective. So now she's in this different frequency, okay? And you can think of a frequency like a channel, like when you're trying to tune into a radio station. And for a little while, it was a little rough. It was like a rough patch. It was like listening to a fuzzy channel. You're listening to music, and it's like you hear the station and you're jamming out to it, and then it starts to get fuzzy and go in and out, and you're hearing like bits and pieces of it. It was kind of like that, but now she actually is sitting in this new frequency. Okay? She's sitting in that frequency, and she's ascended to it. And it's up to us to tap in or tune in and find it. And when we find it, we need to hold it. It's up to us to hold that vibration so that we can live in it. If we don't hold that vibration, we can't tap into that frequency, and we won't be able to live in it. It won't be a match. Okay? You can't have a low vibration and live in a high vibration. It doesn't work like that. You have to be able to raise your vibration so you could tap in or tune into the frequency that she's in. Now, there's different frequencies for different levels of vibration that you hold. Okay? And it's all about your energy. She's ascending like we're ascending. We're all ascending to a higher vibration, which changed her frequency. This is why it's called a journey. That's my opinion. That's why it's called a journey and a pathway of life. You have to go on a journey through the pathways of life to experience different energies to learn so that you can grow and expand your awareness and your consciousness and grow energetically. You have the power to tune in to the energy that you would like to live in. You are the co-creator of the life that you want because you are a fractal of source. You are God. You are a godling having this human experience. You are a godling, a cosmic creature. You're a soul in a body having this human experience. Most of us humans are being programmed to live in a certain vibration, to live in the frequency, the third dimensional frequency, the frequency that it's held in the third dimension. It's a lower vibration. It's up to you to break free from that programming. We are these beautiful, divine, sovereign beings. You need to release all fear that is in your life, and it's challenging. I still struggle with it. It is challenging, but to be aware of that That's the key, to be aware of what you need to do so you can work on it. You need to release all of your fear, or work on releasing all of your fear. Find your power, declare it, and take it back. I did a video on this about 6 months ago. I think I may have found it when I was searching for it this morning, and I'm going to try to do that thing where you put the little, I don't know, the little thing that pops up so you could click on the next video, but I'll do it towards the end of the video so it doesn't take you to that video now. So at the end of the video, I'll try to put that little card up there so that you can click on it and go watch that video. So this ascension is a very long journey. As per our soul's readiness and desire, we are being lifted to the level that best suits our soul's journey as we shift and change in frequencies. Now, the energy that is transforming us came from, I believe that it came from the galactic central sun, and is now radiating from the galactic central sun through our sun. It affects all life on the planet, everything in and on the planet, and even the planet herself, Gaia herself, as this new energy comes in. It's giving all of us upgrades. Everything that is living is getting an upgrade from the sun. It's getting these downloads. It's getting this information. It's getting coded. But it's still up to the human, up to you. It's up to the human being to work on how to transmute it, how to process it, how to transmute it, and how to hold it, how to process it, live in it, acclimate. It's an energy that we need to cosmically ride. Think of yourself as a cosmic surfer. We are all cosmic surfers. We're starseeds riding Earth's waves. Every time big new energy waves comes in, we have to sync up to it. As we do that, we get a little scrambled energetically. Some of us get a little scrambled physically too, but mostly energetically and mentally. I guess all the above. Until we acclimate to it, we will feel out of alignment and off balance. That is why grounding is so important. It's a way to help you sync up and plug in to the energy that is coming in. And one way that we can measure these incoming waves of ascension energy is, well, there's a couple of ways. One is by checking the graphs, the Schumann resonance, the spikes in the Schumann resonance. And the Schumann resonance is also known as the Earth's heartbeat. Or we can check the geomagnetics, the space weather. Space weather is important. We should all be checking space weather. We should all be learning what space weather is and what it means to us, what it means for us. Mr. MBB333 has a website, and you can actually check a lot of the charts just from his website. You can also check out Alexis Buck on Ascension Diaries. Oh, my tongue is not working today. Ascension Diaries, and she also is doing a class right now on how to read the Schumann resonance charts. So she's I don't want to say she's new at this, but this is her passion. And when I started following her, it was a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years now. And she's who got me into the spikes and wanting to know more. And then from her, I found other people like Mr. MBB333. So yeah, you might want to go check out their channel if you'd like more information, because they have a lot of knowledge about that. Another way is to monitor your own body for symptoms. Tap into yourself. Go within. Learn to listen to your own energy. Learn to feel your own energy and understand it. For example, as those incoming solar waves, or those high vibrational energy waves wash over us, they can make us feel really like strange. You know, they can give us these really messed up feeling symptoms. Okay, symptoms like heightened emotions, anxiety, stress, heightened mental patterns, negative thought patterns, sleeplessness, or the feeling that you're very tired and you need to take a nap, you need to rest, you need to just lay down, sit down. You may have trouble sleeping. You may even, once you fall asleep, you may have these really crazy, intense, lucid dreams. Um, you may feel nauseous at times. You may feel dizziness at times, like a vertigo. Um, you might get these psychic and, um, well, your psychic and spiritual awareness may be heightened. You may start to notice strange paranormal activity happening around you. You might even start to see, UFO stuff, because you're aware now, and you're able to see through this eye and not just these eyes. Um, you might witness strange phenomena. You might start to become very irritable. Um, you may also start to notice an increase in synchronicities. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen to us when these energy waves come in. And you'll want to be sure to, when these waves come in, well, not just when these waves come in, you should always be drinking water, but when these waves come in, you should be increasing your water intake. Water really helps, the energy flow through your body. When these energy waves come in, you want to make sure that you definitely take care of yourself. When you're tired, rest, relax. Take a nap if you're tired. Sit down if you're able to. If you're at work, on your lunch break, instead of running errands, go find a quiet spot to sit down in and put your head down on a table. Instead of eating, maybe just rest for 30 minutes or an hour, or however long it is that you get your break for. Take advantage of those breaks. Meditate. Try to be in the now moment. Experience and enjoy the moment that you're currently in. Try to change your diet by eating healthier, whatever that means to you. I like to eat root vegetables like potatoes, onions, carrots, stuff like that, things that grow in the ground. Connect with nature. And you can do that. You can even do that on your lunch break. Connect with nature. Take a walk. I mean, I lived in New York City. There was not really any nature around me. There was a park in Queens, on Queens Boulevard, McDonald Park. I sat in that park for an hour every single day. I sat by a rose bush and I admired bees. And that was me taking time out by sitting in nature. You could take a walk. You could go outside. You could sit in the grass, sit on the ground, sit under a tree. You want to practice being kind to yourself and telling yourself that you're beautiful and that you're smart and that you love yourself, and admire yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself, because when you talk to yourself, you're talking to your higher self. You can have this communication. It doesn't have to be weird. Don't make it weird, and it won't be weird. Um, just be gentle to yourself, and be gentle to others. If you can't love other people until you learn to love yourself. Okay, so you got to take care of yourself and love yourself so that you can love and take care of others. Um, Practice random acts of kindness. That will really help you raise your vibration. Um, that's a beautiful thing to do that, and it's so easy, and it doesn't have to cost you anything either. Um, you could just say good morning to somebody. That didn't cost you anything. When you walk in or out of a store, hold the door open. Smile at somebody. That don't cost you anything. Um, if you don't mind spending a couple bucks, pay for the person's coffee behind you in line. I mean, what's an extra $3? You make somebody's day, you make them happy, and when you make them happy, you're happy. And it does beautiful things to you. And that beautiful karma, which is not always a bad thing, will come back to you, and you'll be rewarded for that. Okay, don't do it for the rewards. I'm just saying you will get rewarded for that. Maybe you'll get a free coffee, the next time you're short on a couple dollars or something. Um, what else? When lots of energy comes in, I've noticed that my vision, I'll know that energy is coming in sometimes because my vision will start to get a little wonky. Your vision will most likely be affected to, your vision might be, sorry, my daughter's walking by and I thought she was talking to me. Your vision will most likely be affected by this energy, and you may experience these weird waves like of energy. You might start to see energy, like for instance, I see energy the way, have you ever looked at a sidewalk when it's really hot outside and it looks like there's these waves above the sidewalk? Well, that's how I see energy. That's how I see spirit sometimes. If they don't take form, I see energy like that. Sometimes I see flashes of lights in my peripheral vision. Sometimes I see twinkles of lights hovering above me and moving around, and they're not always silver or white. Sometimes I see blue, I see pink. Um, yeah, mostly blue, pink, and purple, white, and silver are the colors I normally see. Sometimes I see these waves of light too that go by. Sometimes I'll get a flash of light, like I'll be like watching TV or something, then I'll just see this bright flash of light appear, and it'll catch my attention. I'll look around, and it's not that a car went by, it's not the reflection of a window or a mirror, because I wouldn't, it happens when I'm not around anything like that. It's just a flash. I even get that sometimes when my eyes are closed. Last night I got it, and it startled me, and I jumped up, and I realized that I thought my husband took his cell phone and put the flashlight on to look at me, and he didn't. That's how bright the light was that I saw when I had my eyes closed. Um, what else? You might even see objects. Um, you might even start to see beings appearing around you in the corner of your eyes. It might even be shadow people. It might just be wavy energy people. It might just be spirit manifesting and coming into your reality. Um, when your third eye opens, it's a possibility that you will see a lot of very strange things that'll make you ask yourself, what the fuck? You may also start to see geometric shapes, seeing the flower of life pattern around you, or other sacred geometric forms or patterns. You might see these patterns when you're meditating. I see them when I'm meditating. You may see them when you look out at the clouds. You might see it in the sky. Sometimes I see it in the sky. It's like I'm looking at a grid, and then I see it. The grid starts to do these weird, strange patterns. It doesn't always happen, but there are times that I look out into the sky and I start to see these really weird, strange patterns appear. Um, Sometimes when I close my eyes at night, I will start to see weird, strange patterns. I even start to see colors sometimes. Um, I also notice the flower of life. I see that pattern in nature. Sometimes I actually see it on like certain flowers, the petals of a flower, or the leaf of a plant. You might start to notice it out there. You might even notice them on rocks or seashells. You might even notice them on bugs. Um, I also see more colors uh, differently. Like I see greens. Green is not the green that it used to be. Greens are like more vibrant. Colors to me feel and seem more vibrant. It's like adding a little sparkle to the color. That's how I see colors. They like pop now. Not only will your vision change, but your hearing may also change. Your hearing will change. You'll start to pick up on these very subtle background noises like humming or buzzing sounds of the electrical or electronic stuff that are around you. I tend to notice the buzzing of the that lights make a buzzing sound. Not all lights, but there's a majority of lights that are now around us that a lot of businesses use, and a lot of people in their homes, they use different light bulbs than what they used when I was growing up, and they're very noisy, and I can hear them. They buzz or they click or they hum, and it's strange, and I'll point it out. I'm like, you hear that? And everybody's like, no. And it's strange because I'm usually hard of hearing, and people are looking at me like, girl, you're crazy. And I might not hear certain people talk to me or say things to me. I don't know, maybe I just block people out. I don't know, but I definitely can hear lights humming, buzzing, and popping and crackling. And it can drive you crazy, especially when you're in like Walmart and they have all those hundreds of lights. You can hear them buzzing. And not only can I hear them, I can feel them. They do something to your skin. They can make your skin feel like your skin is crawling. I cannot stand those fluorescent lights. They're so loud, and they're just like, they're dirty energy. That's how I look at them, dirty energy. I'm always going into Walmart with my crystals and my little force field around me to protect me from their dirty energy. I also hear the lamps outside, the street lights. They also make a humming noise. Um, the electrical wires, they make a noise. They make a weird, strange, humming, buzzing noise. And again, I'm hard of hearing, but yet I can pick up on those weird noises. I also hear music every day, almost every day. I'll hear like music in my head. It's just like music just pops up in my head. Um, I can make music from the sounds that I hear around me that are very subtle that nobody else hears, that for some odd reason I can hear them, and then it's like I can make a song or a beat out of it, and it's like hum, bzz, pop. Zzz. I must be weird. Anyways, I hear things that normal people don't really hear. I don't know how to explain it. I just hear it. For me, life is a symphony. At night, nighttime can be crazy too sometimes, and it's really quiet. I sleep with white noise. So when I sleep with the white noise, I don't tend to hear it as much, but when I turn the white noise off, I can hear people talking, and there's nobody around. It's like people in a distance chattering. Sometimes you can hear them laughing. Sometimes I can hear music, violins. I'll hear piano. I hear strange instruments when I'm trying to go to sleep at night, and it just sounds really far away. And I live in the country, and there's nothing around me, so I don't know what I'm hearing. I call it cosmic music or cosmic chatter. Um, Everything for me has changed. Everything. My sense of smell has changed. Um, I have psychic smell. I can never say it because the word is so weird. Clairliance, I think is what it's called. It's when you have psychic smell. I may probably have butchered that word, but it's psychic smell. And for example, I have smelled cupcakes while a baking show is on. That's weird. Sometimes I can smell flowers or cigarette smoke in my house when there's no flowers and nobody here smokes. So that's kind of strange. Um, I don't know. My senses are just very heightened. They're hypersensitive at times, and I've been noticing these very subtle odors in a big way that really bother me to the point where I make it vocal, and it's very overwhelming, and nobody else smells it but me. And everybody's like, "What is wrong with you? You're smelling things. I'm hearing things. I'm seeing things. I'm smelling things. I'm just a big weirdo." Not too long ago, maybe almost a month ago, I woke up to the smell of, I don't know, it was kind of like rotting meat or something. It just stunk. It smelled really bad. And then I told my husband about it, and he's just like, I wonder what it was. And I'm like, I don't know. And then, like a week after that, he tells me that he woke up because he was dreaming, and in his dream, um, I don't know, I don't really remember what he was dreaming about, but he said in his dream he smelled this really disgusting, rotting meat smell, and it woke him up from his dream. And it was very similar to what happened to me, and I still don't really even know what that is or what it was. Um, I kind of feel like that I have an inkling that it may be a negative being, you know, like trying to attack us. So I just smudged the house. I don't know what else it could have been other than something negative. I mean, it sounds negative, right? Having something that you can't see around you, it's probably some weird, gross, ugly, negative creature, reptilian something or other, just be like staring at you while you're sleeping, like trying to steal my breath or something. I don't know. And he just smelled like rotting beef. I don't know. And I'm not saying that's what it was. I'm just, that's what I imagined in my head that it could be. I hope it's not, because that's kind of scary, actually. Another change um, is touch awareness. You may experience touch awareness, like feeling these non-corporeal beings like that, you know, reptilian, clear, non-existent, weird, strange thing in my bedroom that smells like rotting beef. But yeah, you may feel these non-corporeal beings. Um, let's lighten the mood and call them angels. You might notice angels around you, or your spirit guides, or maybe even a departed loved one touching you. Okay, especially during healings. I've had this happen to me multiple times. It happens to me quite a bit. I get the sensation that somebody's always touching my head, especially when I'm laying in bed. I always get this feeling like somebody's going like this to the top of my head and touching my hair. And every time I get that feeling, I have this vision of a little girl sitting behind me, cross-legged, touching my head like this, and she has this energy, this feeling of love, like I'm her mom, and she's comforting me, and it comforts her by being here with me. So it doesn't scare me when I feel that, because of the vision of the little girl that I get. She's probably my angel baby or something. So I don't mind that. Another amazing symptom is, and this one is actually my favorite one of my favorite ones, is sparkly skin, like Edward from Twilight. Yeah, sparkly skin. It will look like you have this like glitter on your skin. Mine is like a white, silver glitter. And you'll most likely notice it while you're sitting in the sun. That's when I started to notice it. Your skin appears to be covered in glitter. That's what it looks like, or pixie dust. As for me, I've always had this, okay? I never knew that it was odd or not normal, I guess, until people started asking me, you know, are you wearing glitter spray? Are you wearing glitter lotion? Or why do you glow so bright in the light? You're so blinding when you're standing in the sunlight. Or especially when I'm standing underneath fluorescent lights, I glow probably like how I'm kind of glowing now, but I'm more like whited out, blobbed out. Um, and I was like, I don't know. I just thought it was normal, you know? So I started to notice more people asking me these questions, and I thought it was really strange that they just kept asking me these questions. And it was most of the people that asked me these questions were people that were watching my yoga videos that I used to do back in the day. Before my channel became Witchy Vibes 11, it was Gabrielle Garcia orbs, and I also posted a lot of my yoga videos because that's when my orbs came out when my orbs would come out and visit. And that's when I would look like I was blobbed out, like a big white blob. So I really didn't know, I didn't know that it wasn't normal. I didn't know that, I don't know. I don't know, I didn't have an awareness to this, okay, until people started asking me. And then I started to look into it and look it up, and one of my followers, which is a friend, his name is Plasma John Doe, and he referred me to a woman named Taylor T because she documented sparkly skin. So I went to her channel, I checked her out, and she goes into this detail about it. And I was like, whoa, I didn't know that this was a thing. I thought this was normal. I didn't know that this was not normal and that I'm going through something. So I was excited to find another person who was like me. They were sparkly like me. And she was just talking about it, and she documented it, and she did a very, very good job at doing that. And she's really amazing. And I mean, you guys can go check out her channel. I do believe she's still on YouTube. I have not seen her in a very long time. I want to say in at least a year. But I think her channel is still up. I mean, if you go to my homepage on my YouTube channel, there's a spot on the right hand side of my channel, and it tells you all the people that I follow. You pick like 5 of your favorites or something like that, and she's on that list. So you can go check out her channel and you can watch some of her older videos. They're really amazing. So then after I watched her channel and a bunch of her videos, I started to document my glittery skin, and I started to record my skin, and I started to notice what she said I would notice. She said that the light moves through the skin and it jumps around and moves. And I was like, yeah, right. So I went outside, I sat on the dock under the sun, I took my phone out, turned the flashlight on, shined it on my arm, and I didn't wear makeup because I didn't want it. I wanted to debunk hairspray, lotion, oil, water, eyeshadow, anything makeup-y. So I was plain Jane sitting on the dock recording my skin, and wouldn't you know it, my glittery skin came alive and it was moving around, jumping around, dancing around. And not only was it silver, if you shine your light on it and you watch it long enough and you magnify it and you make it bigger, you can see these weird shapes inside the colors, and the colors, some of them flash. They would go like pink, silver, blue, pink, green, silver, blue, pink. It was kind of cool. So if you're curious, go check her channel out and go record your skin under the sun. Now through this light body ascension, that's what's happening. It's this light body ascension. That's what we're transforming. We're dropping this third dimensional 3D mass, this junk, and we're transforming into this cosmic creature. And to get there, we need to have a light body. So that's the transformation that we're going through right now. So as we go through this light body ascension or transformation, you will also experience an increased vibration, like vibrational downloads at some point. It's energy entering your crown chakra, the top of your head. And this energy will slowly start to move down through your body, making like this noise. It's like whoom, 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 whoom. It's like a deep bassy whoom whoom noise, okay, or whoom whoom sound. And you may experience some, slight pressure and heat during this process. And you may even experience temporary muscle weakness, uh, but it's only temporary. And that usually happens to me when I'm going through that phase where I feel very tired and weak. My muscles feel very weak. And that's when I tend to like find a place to sit down or lay down or take a day to myself to just rest up. Also, your body may have feelings of like a vibrating feeling going through your body, and it might go from like your head all the way down through your body, all the way down to your toes. You might get that feeling. You might experience that feeling when you're starting to fall asleep at night, or when you start to wake up, you'll start to notice that weird feeling. For me, I feel it in my feet. I feel it in my legs. I feel it mostly at night when I'm about to go to sleep. Sometimes I'll feel it during the day. It's rare that I feel it when I'm walking around, but I have felt it when I was walking around, but mostly when I'm sitting down. When I'm sitting down, it's kind of like having your phone in your pocket on vibrate. That's how it feels. That's how my body feels. Or having like a cat laying on your feet purring, that vibrating feeling. That's how I experience it. Sometimes I also experience it in my hands, and in my fingers. Sometimes I also feel it like around my head. I'm messing up my blue hair. um, I was also experiencing clearing of the heart space chakra. Um, I started to feel this really big in 2014, where it started to scare me that I thought I had some sort of heart failure going on. But what it was is the heart space, the heart was expanding, okay, which caused me to have these heart palpitations. My heart would feel like it was beating really, really fast, and I would just be laying there, nothing, I wasn't doing anything. All of a sudden, my heart would just start racing. I had this really strange, irregular heartbeat. Um, for me, this usually only happens, during heightened sun activity like CMEs. CMEs are coronal mass ejections. I have a stupid fly that keeps flying around. Sometimes I feel it when these solar flares come in, this cosmic energy, those cosmic energy waves when they come in. I feel it sometimes during the full moon, the new moon phases. And I definitely feel it when there's spirit around me. If there's a different entity in the house that my energy is not in tune with, or that my energy doesn't recognize, it's like my heart is like an alarm telling me like, hey, there's something here. But also, you should definitely, if you experience anything with your heart, you should definitely, get that checked out. Don't always assume that it's just an ascension symptom. You want to rule out, make sure that your heart is good. And if your heart's good and you get a clean bill of health, and then yeah, it's ascension symptom. Your heart is expanding. Your heart chakra is expanding. I also experienced heart chakra purging in the back part of you, not just in the front, but in the back. It feels like these waves of like a cold wave of energy that ripples through your upper back, going down through your shoulders. And sometimes it can feel very uncomfortable. It can cause it feels like the upper part of your back just hurts a little bit. It's not like excruciating pain. It's just like an uncomfortable pain, like you slept wrong or something when you didn't sleep, when you didn't sleep wrong. But I'm just explaining to you what it kind of feels like. I will still experience a warm, powerful, radiant energy filling my chest at times. Sometimes it will expand through the whole front part of my body, like through my chest, my arms, and into my hands. And I know now that when I'm experiencing all of that, that is just my heart opening, my heart chakra opening. So you'll feel it not only in the front, but you'll feel it in the back, and you'll get all these crazy, weird sensations going through your body. You might not experience it exactly like me, but if it's something like that's happening to you and it's kind of similar, then you'll know, oh, okay, that must be my heart chakra opening. As long as your doctor says your heart is good, then yeah, your heart chakra is opening. You may also experience these altered sleep patterns, like these, like for instance, I call them nap attacks. It's this, like, you get the sudden urge just to sit down and just be like, and just fall asleep. You'll just need to take a midday nap. And it's your body's way of saying, hey, listen, you need to shut down for a moment. You need to rest so you can, re-energize. And in 10 minutes, you'll be rebooted and powered up and ready to go. But you got to allow yourself to shut down for a few moments so that you got to think of your body sometimes as a computer. Sometimes your computer needs to do that whole like shut down reboot thing, and then it starts working properly again. So don't fight it. If you feel those nap attacks coming on, just go rest for like 10 minutes. Close your eyes for 10 minutes if you can. Try and rest up. And these nap attacks, they get you. They sneak up on you, and you just need to rest. And all of this is happening to you because of the ascension. It takes a lot out of you, even if it's only for 10 minutes. A 10-minute power nap does so much for you. It helps. Trust me, it helps. Your body and mind will crave more sleep as you go through this shift, as you go through these changes. Your sleep schedule will change. It will be altered. Try going to bed a little bit earlier, because you may start to experience interrupted sleep. It will start to occur more often as you go further along, on this journey. You may start to wake up, throughout the night, maybe every 2 or 3 hours. Suddenly you'll have to get up to pee a lot, or you're tossing and turning because you just can't get comfortable, or because your body hurts, it's achy. You get these bursts of energy that make you feel like you drank a pot of coffee. 1 minute you're like 10-minute nap attack, and the next minute you're up and you're like, okay, let's go, let's run a marathon. And it's just really strange. Your body's really just trying to figure out how to, live in these new energy waves. Then, of course, exhaustion will just set in later in the day, and you'll just have this like, ugh, even though you felt like so energized 3 hours ago, and then you're like, okay, I need a bed or I need a pot of coffee. Some other light body ascension symptoms may be headaches. Headaches are a common one. Um, they may come and go. For the last couple of days, like yesterday and today, I've had a really bad headache, and it has nothing to do with getting my period or PMSing or hormonal things or anything like that, or lack of water. There's literally this huge wave of energy that's going to blow out of the sun, and it's facing right to the earth. I think it actually um, did burst, and we're actually going to feel this in the next day or two. So just prepare yourself. I think it's going to be pretty bad because I don't normally get these random headaches, and when I do, it's because the energy is going to be very strong. So these headaches, they may just come and go for no apparent reason, and you'll feel these like pulsating sensations on your head, like here or here. It might even feel like somebody's just drilling into the side or the crown of your head. Um, Migraines are the worst, you guys. They really are. I can't deal. And Tylenol, Advil, all that jazz, it doesn't even help. Nothing works. The best thing that works, honestly, is binaural beats. Binaural beats for migraines. I'm telling you, it works. You have to wear headphones when you're listening to it. You'll thank me later. Go on YouTube, put in the search engine, binaural beats for migraines. Pick one that resonates with you. Put your headphones in. Just close your eyes and relax. And your headache will just disappear. I promise you. Put a little bit of that mint oil on your head and listen to those beats and just pamper yourself and just relax and allow the headache to melt away. Um, Not only will you experience headaches, dun, 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 there's more. You'll get these aches and pains all over your body. You'll have these stiff, achy joints, especially it tends to be achy and painful in your knees and in your lower back. I get it in my elbows. I know this all sounds like really crummy, and you're like, well, what the fuck? I don't even want to ascend anymore after what she said. Fuck it. I just want to live as a regular human. I'm going to stay sleeping. No, 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 no. Don't. It's not always this crummy, okay? It gets better. You just go through a little bit of a crummy period, and then it starts to get easier, okay? Just know that you will have good days, but you're also going to have bad days. But you'll start to have more good days as your body starts to feel lighter and more limber, okay? But you have to take care of yourself. You have to change your diet, change the way you think. You have to change a lot of things to be in a different vibration to go through these changes too. You have to increase your water intake. There are things that you can do to get through these bad days to make them not so bad and crummy. My clock is going off again. I can't believe I've been recording for an hour. It's gonna be a long video, you guys. You may have respiratory issues at times, throat issues, sinus congestion, a blocked nasal passage, just a lot of sinus issues. I get this at times. I have this very often, actually, along with hoarseness, which I feel a little hoarse right now. And all that means, honestly, is that you're experiencing either blockages in your crown or blockages in your throat chakra. And I'm a human just like you're a human, and you just got to work your shit out. And by having these issues, they're just like reminders like, hey, Gabbie, you got to work on your throat chakra. Speak up, bitch. When you don't like something, let it be known. Don't just swallow it like a pill. No, speak up. Okay? Each chakra has, symbolizes something different in your body medically, for you to help you get through this path. And sometimes, I just let people kind of walk on me, and it's like, yeah, I'll just take it. And you got to speak up. So when your throat chakra, when things aren't happening for you, your throat chakra will be like, listen, you need to say something. And then it'll start doing this shit. And then you'll be like, all right, I got to speak up. You just got to learn these things, and you will learn these things the longer you're on this path, the longer you're on this journey. You'll start to learn things because you'll start to meet different people. It won't just be my videos you're watching. You'll meet other people in person. You'll come across other people's channels, and their information will resonate for you and help you on this journey. All I'm doing is sharing with you what I've been through so that maybe by the time you get where I'm at, it won't be such a struggle for you. Because when I was going through all of this, they didn't have channels like this. I didn't have a Gabbie, Witchy Vibes 11 talking to me and telling me that this shit that I'm experiencing is normal. Okay. I thought I was dying. I thought I was, I was always like going to the doctors, having them check my heart, check my head, check my blood, check my muscles, check my joints. I was always like, they called me a hypochondriac. Now I don't even go to the doctors no more because there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just ascending. That's all. I'm ascending, going through an ascension. I'm dropping this, third dimensional mass, and I'm transforming into this crystalline, beautiful cosmic creature, the divine cosmic being that I am. So yeah, we're all human. We all have our good and bad days, and it's a learning process. It's a challenging process. So what else? What else? Weight gain, weight and diet changes. Those are challenging too. Your weight may fluctuate. My weight fluctuated. Um, I'm either constantly gaining weight or I'm losing weight. My metabolism is all wacky. But then again, I don't have a thyroid. But even before my thyroid, my metabolism has always been a little bit wacky. But that's a nervous problem from your nervous system, and the ascension affects your nervous system. I did a video on it. If I knew then what I know now, I would have never had my thyroid removed. But yeah, it all ties in together. So it affects your nervous system, and it will make it wonky and wacky. Um, Sometimes it increases um, and burns calories quickly, and sometimes it decreases and it leaves me feeling very famished, like I'm starving, making my stomach growl loudly. One time this happened to me, I was at a funeral, and I don't know, I was just having that time where you're constantly hungry, and I didn't eat because I was at a funeral, and after the funeral is normally when you eat. And we were doing that thing where you pray or you sit in silence for a minute. It was for my grandfather. And we were all sitting there really quietly, and all of a sudden my stomach said, and it was really loud and really long. And I was just like, oh my God, can't believe this happened to me. And everybody in the front row turned around and looked at me. And I was like, and I turned around to look at nobody because nobody was sitting behind me. So yeah, it was my stomach. So this happens to me, and it was embarrassing. So I literally, when I go through that phase where I'm constantly hungry, I'm eating every 2 hours. I literally have to eat every 2 hours or I will starve. I will feel like I'm going to pass out. I feel like my sugar's low, but it's not always like that. Then I go through the times where I just don't even want to eat at all because I have no appetite and I feel really bloated and stuffed even when I didn't eat anything. So yeah, this ascension will mess with your whole weight and digestive system. We may experience virus-like symptoms, and here in the spiritual community, they call it the ascension flu. It's another symptom with real side effects. Side effects. The side effects are like you may experience vomiting or nauseousness. You may even have diarrhea, and you're just feeling really crummy. You may even have a low-grade fever. It's very intense. It's very physical, and it's what it is a physical purging. You're feeling sick. You're feeling ill, even though you know you're healthy. You just go through this purging process, and it doesn't last very long. Sometimes for me it only lasts me maybe an hour, a couple hours, but it's never lasted longer than a day, maybe 2 days max, and it's once in a blue moon. And then I'm good. I'm golden. Now I wake up the next day and I'm like, I don't even know what that was. Some people call it the 24-hour bug. Maybe the 24-hour bug people are talking about is actually the ascension flu. So the longer that you're on this path or journey, you will start to appreciate living. living in the now, those moments that you're experiencing in the now. Truly being present with no past regrets or future fears is, it feels really good when you're in those now moments. But you know, every now and then you'll catch yourself, you know, you'll be zoning out, and maybe you were experiencing like it's like meditating kind of, but you didn't know you were doing it. And so you'll zone out and you feel really good. And then all of a sudden, like, you become consciously aware that you zoned out, and then all of a sudden you get this really weird like anxiety attack approaching you, and it just like creeps up on you. It's like I don't know, it's really strange. It's like it happens to you when your brain is quiet. It's like a quiet brain trance. And then all of a sudden you just, you know, you have this lack of random thoughts, and then suddenly these crazy emotions start to pop up, and they start to create anxiety, and then you start thinking about the future, and you know, oh my God, like money situations, and how are the kids, and I don't know. You just start thinking about crazy things. I don't know what you guys think about, but I just get these really strange, just bizarro like anxiety that pops up out of nowhere, and I don't know. Sometimes I don't, I think you should be more conscious when you're meditating or daydreaming or zoning out, or when you check out. It's better to be aware that you're going to do it, because I notice that when I'm not aware that I'm doing it and I just zone out, it is when I have no control of it. And then that's when the anxiety, when I become aware that I zoned out, is when anxiety kicks in. I don't know why that happens, but it does. But when that does happen, I have taught myself to breathe through it, talk myself through it. And then I have these mantras that I say to myself, and it makes me feel better. You may even start to notice as you grow and expand, and you're on this journey, you may notice that your ego may change. You may go from being a very egotistical, judgy person, you know, to a state of a muted ego, like an absence of running negative commentary on yourself and on other people, and comparing people to you or to other people. And, you know, ego will sometimes bring up shit that creates fear. So you might start to be aware that your ego may start to change, and you may start to learn how to check your ego. Another side effect to this whole ascension process is memory loss. I know you're probably thinking, well, that's a fucked up one. But yeah, it's memory loss. You know, it's another great side effect. You know, I get this a lot more than I'm happy to admit, but it happens. You know, as we ascend, we no longer need our memories. And that sounds weird. It's like, why would we not need our memories? And I'll tell you why. Have you ever found yourself in the middle of a sentence and you suddenly just completely forgot what you were talking about, or what you were going to say next? Or have you ever remembered a time that you were thinking about doing something, and then all of a sudden you forgot what you got up to go do? Like, you walked into the living room, you forgot why you walked into the living room, or why you walked into the kitchen, or why you were in the room that you're standing in. Um, have you ever remembered a time when you had difficulty accessing the memory of an event? Um, well, as you move into a state of grace during this whole transformation process, the harder it's going to be harder for you to reference your past through your memory system. It's all useless data. It's useless data. It's being taken from you. All of your useless data is being taken from your memory files. Past referencing of data was useful in the past because of your acceptance, as reality was based on your beliefs and prior experiences. But we're changing, so we're not having those prior experiences that we were experiencing in the past. We're evolving. Okay, so referencing of data from the past is, you know, falling away from us, and people will not have to keep the memory alive anymore. It will all just become an emotion. So therefore, you may experience memory issues and experience short-term memory loss or memory issues, causing difficulty with short-term memory recall. It's because you won't need it anymore. You might even experience long-term memory issues, temporary gaps in long-term memory, like forgetting how to spell certain words, simple words. And I mean like simple words, simple common words. I do this a lot. The other day, I forgot how to spell the word how, like H-O-W, how, right? Yeah, how. I kept wanting, for some reason, to spell it with a W. I don't know why. I was just like I felt stupid for a minute. I just couldn't recall the memory of how the word was spelled. And I was like, it's so simple. It's a 3-letter word. It was so frustrating. I felt dumb. You'll also experience altered memories due to merging timelines. This is where and why you may be experiencing deja vu. Another symptom or side effect is lack of focus. It's another challenging symptom when you're unable to concentrate, the inability to focus on work, single tasking, no longer able to multitask. Another side effect, emotional purges. This one's a doozy. Emotional purges. Fear. Fear is one that I struggle with constantly, always trying to remind myself that fear is false evidence appearing real. And I got to say that to myself, to remind myself. I have gotten better at it. I still feel moments of intense fear. So, like, lack of money will cause intense fear. Losing a loved one, worrying about losing a loved one causes fear. I used to have a huge fear of dying, but I don't have that huge fear like I used to because I know that dying is not the end. Um, I really do not like the feeling of fear. It causes me to have anxiety, it causes my stomach to get upset. It really just fucks up your whole body. I don't like that whole fear thing. So I'm always reminding myself and talking to myself and telling myself that fear is not real. It's an illusion. And, I talk myself through the process. I breathe myself through the process. And when a fear creeps up a lot in my life like that, either I'm being psychically attacked or I need to work on my mental mind and pay more attention to it. That means I've been ignoring it. Challenging side effect is anger issues. Anger issues will pop up. You'll have these periods of intense purges of anger where you're feeling very irrationally upset, vocalizing how upset you are, vocalizing displeasure in these new ways that you're like, whoa, I'm fucking mean. You'll realize that you were being fucking mean after you were actually mean. It's just the purging. If you can acknowledge that, that's good. And then don't do it again. Try not to do it again. So going through these symptoms, these light body transformation, ascension symptoms is a really wild journey. It's got a lot of ups and downs. You'll have this oneness with wildlife and nature, wild animals, you know, or even domestic animals. These domestic animals will start approaching you. They're approaching you because of your high vibration. You're in this high vibration. You're this high vibrational human. Okay? And when you raise your vibration, these animals, they can see it, they can feel it, and it attracts them. And they sense it and they start to come around you because they're attracted to it. They like it. And it's this whole ascension, like I said, is really just strange. It's just really crazy. There's good days and there's bad days. There's wild days and there's not so wild days. There's exciting days and there's boring days. There's days where you're happy. There's days when you're really, really sad. This journey is a life changing process that you're going through. And it's very, very real. And a lot of these symptoms are very, very real. You will have this unusual way of communicating and understanding animals, and it took me until 2017 to realize this. And I've been going through this transformation process for a long time, for many, many years, many, many years. And I had just recently, in the last couple of years, noticed that I've had this very unusual way to communicate with animals. And I didn't know I had this until I actually moved to the country. So it's been about 6 years now. And, I didn't have this busy lifestyle around me, people, cars, trains, buses. And that's when I started to notice that I had this very unusual way of communicating and understanding animal language, both verbal and telepathic. I have it with my cat Minerva. Sometimes I swear that she winks at me or she shakes her tail yes or no when I ask her certain questions. It's like she's talking to me. It's like she's answering me. And yes, I do talk to my cat. I talk to my plants, but I definitely talk to my cat like she's a human, because she's alive. She's a living being. She's just a different kind of being. She's a different creature. We just have different languages. That's why we are learning to connect and communicate emotionally. That will be the future of communication, emotional communication, telepathy. You'll also experience time shifts, time shifts, time shift acceleration, time speeding up, feeling overwhelmed by the lack of time. You'll even start to experience time slowing down, intermittent periods when it feels like time almost just stops. I feel like sometimes I feel like the days go by so fast, and I can't believe it's already autumn again. It feels like it was just here a few months ago, and then boom, it's here, it's back. It's autumn again. We're in November once again. I felt like it was just November a couple months ago. The years are going by faster. The days are going by faster. The hours are going by faster. As you ascend, you will become your own guru, but you may or may not also notice a loss of gurus or spiritual teachers that you follow. These spiritual teachers may start to disavow themselves of their former teachings, or they may start to exhibit these very strange behaviors that you're not used to seeing from them. Okay, and I noticed this a lot in the spiritual community. Believe it or not, some teachers and spiritual people I have been following have disappointed me in the last couple of months as we went through you know, this whole thing with the politicians and, the coronavirus. Connection to spirit will change. There will be times that you will feel like your guides are ignoring you or they're gone. You'll feel like former spiritual guides are are not being very responsive to you. Even when you're reaching out and talking to them, you feel like they're not responding to you, like you lost connection with them or like they're gone. Um, just know that some guides, are guiding you to where you need to be, and then they go because they know that they guided you to where you need to be because a new one will replace them eventually. And sometimes they stay around you, but they stay quiet to allow you to grow and learn by yourself. Because sometimes you need that. You need to grow and learn without their guidance. Um, it will set a trigger response to help you learn something so you can take that tragedy and turn it into a blessing. And also it will teach you to have a soul connection with yourself. You may have this heightened intuition and may experience these very amazing abilities like telepathy, which is a knowing what somebody is thinking, which is a really awesome ability because if you have a partner and you practice this, you guys can communicate this way and you'll know what each other is about to say or what each other is saying because you're tapped in with, to each other's energy. Um, you may even have another ability called premonitions. You may experience premonitions. Premonitions is a knowing of what is going to happen before it happens, prior to the event. Um, Spiritual recall is something many people experience. Past lives may pop up. You may have these spontaneous visions of your prior incarnations and abilities. You might start to remember who you were, and that remembrance will help you on your journey in this incarnation. You may intuitively understand light language and even start to express it. You may start to experience multidimensional consciousness, the Mandela effect, which is the ability to recognize when timelines converge, awareness of other realities. You may even become aware of alternate realities, soul journeys to other dimensions and densities. We do this a lot at night when we sleep. There's a lot of ways that we can deal with these energetic symptoms to be able to cope with them. These energetic upgrades can be very intense at times, and it's beneficial to rest and relax when you're tired. If it's possible to take a nap or to take the day off of work, do that. Get your rest, relax, get some sleep. Nature is a great way to heal. Go outside, get into nature, go to the beach, sit by water, sit in the sun, sit under a tree, do some gardening, go camping, ground yourself daily, especially to the 5D earth. Walk barefoot outside, have fun, do things that make you happy, do things that make you laugh, watch comedies, you know, you could play games. If games make you feel good, play a game, a board game, a video game, dance, sing. It all raises your vibration. I hope you guys found this video to be helpful. If you have any Ascension questions or a story that you would like to share, please post it down below. I'm sending you guys all love and light, positive vibrations, healing energy. I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah.